How do you split the bill? That is, if you split the bill. Let's talk about it.
I'm not joking right now. You came out to eat and you ate $20 worth of food. Am I right or am I wrong?
Okay. Well, do you want me to order
did you
dessert?
did you
I
not
didn't even
eat?
order dessert.
You ordered the bowl and you ordered the hash browns, and that's
Yes.
$18.75. Look it, $18.75 with taxes. It was $3.86. So I'm just breaking it down. Split that up. $3.86. Half of that is almost $2. I'm thinking like $1.80 or something like that. So you owe $20.
It doesn't even matter what I order, why I didn't order. What I'm saying, why would I have to pay even half of it when you're here? That's what you're here for.
I'm here. I asked you, did you want to go out to eat with me? I didn't say I was gonna pay.
Oh, okay.
Is that common sense? Do you just go and sit down at restaurants and just figure that they're gonna pay for you?
You just want to be put in the friend zone, right? Not even that. You know what? Here, whatever. I don't care.
What are you acting all? Why are you acting all weird like that?
I'm not acting weird. Just
no, you got a little spank attitude.
Yes, of course I'm gonna have an attitude.
See, I'm gonna tell you where I was a gentleman at, cause all them little bites that you ate off my French toast. Mm-hmm. No, hear me out. No. All them little bites, them bites you got off my plate. You know what I'm saying? That was.
At first, I had no idea where this was going. I don't know. I was kind of shocked. I can say that just from my experience, if I ask a woman out to eat, if I hit up a girl that I'm talking to, or even a female friend, and I'm like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You want to go out and get something to eat? More than likely, I think the average man is thinking that he's going to pay. I mean, that's just part of the gender roles that, you go through. Now, let's say it was a homeboy, right? If I hit up the homie and like, hey man, what's up? Let's go get something to eat. Let's go get some drinks. I think it's already assumed that, you're paying for your own stuff. Or you would say like, hey bro, I ain't got that much cash. Then that opens the door to your homie saying, I got you type stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you can't ask no woman out on a date and then talk about let's pay half unless you already established that. Men out there, if you ask a woman on a date, if you call her and say, let's go out, then you're paying, buddy. You got to pay that. Let's go.
Girls, have you ever actually been asked to split the bill on a first date? I can't tell if this is something that actually happens in real life or if this is just a made-up talking point that men use. But I need to know, has someone actually really seriously asked you to split a bill on a first date?
And I guess too, along those same lines, like I got to agree with her. I ain't got it like that. I'm just going to say it straight up. I ain't got it like that. But even so, if I'm courting a woman, or even if it's just I want to hang out with this girl tonight. Like if you invite her, there ain't no splitting. Like I've never asked a woman to split a bill, and I've never even had it cross my mind. Dear, it's not a talking point, but it does actually happen.
So, am I taking you home tonight?
Taking me home?
Yeah, am I taking you home?
You gonna drop me all back off at home?
I asked you to be my girlfriend and everything like that. Made it real special.
I know.
I got you flowers.
Yeah, I love flowers.
So, what you think? I'm taking you home or what?
You just asked me to be your girlfriend. It takes time.
What you mean it takes time? This is not time. This is money. My time is money. My money is time.
I want a few more days so I can get comfortable with the idea of having a man in my life.
Comfortable with the idea. You was comfortably eating all this food. I bought you caviar that cost $160. You was real comfortable eating it too. So, I'm gonna ask you one more time.
The way you're acting, I think I'm gonna say no.
Alright, so you can send me half? $355. You can send me about like 200.
200 for my time here?
You could send me 200, I'm saying. Because I'm going to give her a tip. And when I give her a tip, it's going to be 400 because she was a nice waitress and she was real pretty too.
I don't give a damn.
What you mean you don't give a damn? You could send me the 200 then.
I think that men go on dates under the assumption that you're going to get laid after. It's probably a lose-lose, and you're probably going to end up like this gentleman in every situation. Even if you did just ask someone to be your girlfriend, I don't think you could just expect sex right away. I guess it depends on how long y'all been dating, how good y'all know each other, type of thing. But I mean, the thought of taking a woman out and banking if you're going to pay the bill off of if she's going to have sex with you or not, I think is probably a good way with most sane women to not get sex and or to end up paying the bill yourself and not getting anything. So like I would never go out with expectations of having sex after a meal. More than likely you should already know where you stand in the sexual department if you're dating someone. And if you don't, then maybe that's something you need to talk about before you put yourself in a situation to have to pay a $355 bill. That's ridiculous. Man, we got to do better.
Do you pay for dates?
See, I'm a firm believer in 50-50 just because of the fact that I believe that if I go on a date and I want to pay for a girl and then I tell her, hey, listen, like, this is on me, I don't want her to assume that I'm expecting something from her post-date. Because if you go on a date with a guy and the guy's just like, no, I'll pay for this. Or, oh, we're going to go get drinks after, I'll pay for that too. It's cool, it's on me, right? I think in your head, and correct me if I'm wrong, but in your head, you're like, okay, he might want something post-date because he's like, I'll take care of everything. I don't like the idea of that environment being created. So I'm like, if she offers to split 50-50, I'll say no, but I also hope that I'm saying no with the intention of me being like, no, this is just me taking you out. If you never see me again, you never see me again. It's cool. If nothing happens after, like, that's good because I don't want to do anything with you after this. Like, I don't do anything after first date or second date or third date. It's
What is your timeline?
I don't have a timeline. It's just whenever it feels right, it feels right.
But not like, first 3 dates.
I don't know what's up with that gentleman. Again, and it's just me. This is just my perspective on these issues. Anything that I make this content about is just my perspective. And I just think it's part of the courtship, part of the courting dance, that we as humans do, when we're taking out a woman as a man. Again, if you're taking a woman on a date, men, you should be paying, or you shouldn't be taking this woman out. I mean, there are animals that do specific things that are in their DNA that they do to get the woman. There's birds, for instance, and I don't know the name of the bird, but there's birds that male birds, they go out and build a nest and they wait for the woman to choose, which nest is the best that they want to have their babies in, and just other things that men do, or that the male species of other animals and insects do to court the women. And I think taking a woman out on a date and paying is part of that dance that we as humans, as human males do to get the woman. Again, you don't have to expect nothing out of it. And you don't have to think mentally that she's expecting to have sex with you. Like, I don't even know where that rationale comes from to think that, oh, I don't want to pay this full date because she thinks I want to have sex. No, she probably just thinks you're courting her and you're doing what guys typically do when they take women out, and that's pay. So, and again, I'm not opposed to first, second, or third date appreciation, if you know what I mean.
I'm waiting for you to come back. I want you to see,
Wait, why did you get 2 separate checks?
Huh?
Why did you get 2 separate checks?
They said if we wanted to split it, so I figured I would just.
If you wanted to split, are you kidding me? You asked me out.
You didn't tell me you had 9 kids.
So because I have 9 kids, you're not gonna pay for my food?
Yeah, no.
So you bring me out on Mother's Day, and because you find out that I have 9 kids, you're not gonna cover my bill.
Yeah, no. It's not even you. You're trying to play me like I'm slow or something like that. No.
Are you kidding me?
You were supposed to let me know that beforehand. You said you had a kid, not 9.
No, you asked me that I had kids. I said yes.
Yeah, but 9 kids is,
So because I have 9 kids, you're not gonna cover. Yo, so you invite me out to dinner.
How about you ask?
Did you just shush me?
Like,
My 9 baby. First of all, I don't have 9 baby daddies.
I don't know. You leaving out a lot of information when I first talked to you.
Yo, oh my God, this is. You know what? You know what? Okay. All right.
So you gonna make a scene?
Yes, you literally just got me 2 bills. Yo, I did not.
Number one, I think that's kind of shitty to, again, invite this woman out on Mother's Day and not pay. I could get the deception part where he's like, oh, you got 9 kids, I don't want to mess with you. Cool. But it's not like she brought the 9 kids on a date and you're paying a tab for 11 people, 9 plus you plus her. I think that's a really messed up thing to do, to just anybody who's not expecting something like that. And like she said, he asked her out, like, again, that mentality that men, if you ask a woman out, you should probably be ready to pay for the both of you. But I can also understand too, where he's just like, nah, you didn't tell me you had 9 kids. That's pretty crazy. But I don't see that as being a reason to not pay for the bill that you and her accumulated together that you asked her to go out on. Maybe, that could have been the reason or excuse for you not to see her again after the date. But don't just be like, oh, you're paying half. You didn't tell me you had 9 kids. Like, what does that got to do with the bill between the two of y'all right now? Man, I see why I see why a lot of women out there are acting up. And it doesn't give you the women excuse, but I can see why if men are out here really acting like this.
I mean, a man that doesn't pay the bill, the full bill, at a day night, he needs to just stay at the house and play video games. That's what he needs to do. He's not allowed to date a beautiful girl. Doesn't matter the girl, you cannot go for a date and split the bill. You're gonna split the house bill, you're gonna split the Wi-Fi, I pay the Wi-Fi, you pay the electricity. You guys are out of your mind. You start to work at 13 years old to pay your dates if you wanna have a date. Otherwise, stay home and play PlayStation.
Now, the other bills in the house, I think that's a total separate thing. Because if y'all are living together, y'all are both accumulating debt. Y'all are both using water, gas, electricity, both cohabiting in the same space. So I could see how some of those bills can be split. But again, the dating aspect of it, like the men said, man, if y'all are asking these women out on a date and you're not ready to pay the full bill, just stay home and play PlayStation, because you're not ready to play by the rules of the game. Then don't get in the game. Stay home and play your game.
So the bill is $325. So that's $54 each. Oh no, baby, I'm not paying $54. Yeah. When you come out, I think that you had. We separate the bill. Now you want to pay for your bill? We're not paying for your bill. We're not doing this. No, we're not. You're not. That means you're not paying like you're like you was balling, ordering all these different stuff. Pay for it. I ordered appetizer. This is what I'm paying for, and I got a water that I didn't even drink. I'm not paying for this.
Now I can see in this situation how someone with that mindset could take advantage of the situation. I mean, you can't go out with a group of people and just order like you balling and then talking about, oh, we're going to all split the bill. No, you don't. I don't think that's how it goes. Most people itemize and pay for what they ordered. They actually have apps to do that. I saw some really cool apps where someone could take a picture of the whole bill, send it to everybody, and everyone could pay, for what they bought or whatever, and even split a tip. But yeah, if someone came out with me and was like, oh, I'm gonna order, some leg of lamb and some caviar and, this and this and that, and then the bill comes and like, all right, everybody, we're just gonna split it all down the middle. Like, nah, bruh, you pay for what you bought, and I'm gonna pay for what I got. or there could be problems. Somebody's gonna stay and wash some dishes.
Birthday, like you really just should have paid for all our food.
For one, I'm not paying for everybody's food. It's your birthday, cool, but I'm not doing that. It's 18.
Why do G gotta pay for all y'all food though?
I get the check, but can you split the bill among all of us? What?
I'll do whatever you say.
Yeah, among all the girls. I'm not paying for everything.
I'm leaving.
I'm only paying for what's on the check. I'm not splitting the bill, shawty. That's crazy. You expect us to split the bill?
You got lamb chop, you got steak, you got some other.
Look at all that. Look at what all they got. And they talking about splitting the bill.
Separate tax.
Dang, I'm sorry, you're the only man at this table. Why are we doing separate tax? It's all women here. We got a check.
But I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday
But
girl.
you invited everybody. You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you. Ernestine invited you. Okay, I'm responsible for who I brought.
Okay, you're the only man at the table.
I'm not, I ain't got enough, bro. You keep talking about I only had one drink, bro. You had all this food. I'm not doing this shit. Yes, you is.
Just young people.
I don't care about no Mother's Day, none of that shit.
Yeah, that's a whole conglomerate of issues. Talking about you're the only man at the table. Oh man, I'm glad that I'm not her boyfriend or father or whatever, because that kind of gender role thing does not work with me. Being a man at the table or not, that don't mean that I gotta pay for everybody. And you know, the audacity of someone just to think that just because you're a man, you gotta pay. Does that mean that you gotta wash all the dirty clothes and all the dishes and vacuum the floors and sweep and all that because you're the only woman in the house? Is that the game we're playing right now? Right? And I don't think women want to play by those standards, because we already see what's happening with the feminism movement. And yeah, if we want to go gender roles, I don't think that that's the road that a lot of women want to go down right now. So choose your battles wisely.
Is it okay to split bills?
No.
Yes. Wait. Like maybe on the first date you don't. When you guys are together already and the whole thing is stable, it's fine to split.
Really? I'll just prefer to like pay for you one time and then you pay for me the other time.
That is a form of split bills, right?
But split bill is like, I feel like every time a bill comes, you have to 50-50. It's
Okay,
like really
yeah,
right
true.
down in the middle. Okay, first date, split bill, yes, no?
I think the first coffee you can split. So if you pay for my coffee, now I feel like to sleep with you.
Oh shit, no.
Whoever asks should be the one that pays.
That's fair. That's
Okay?
fair. That's fair. You
Done.
see, that's why I will never ask a guy out.
I also will never ask a guy out actually.
Is situationship a real relationship?
No.
I was gonna say
Yes?
no lah, actually no lah.
I feel like people give it situationship a name just because they want to label it, but it was nothing.
It was correct.
I think both of those women said something very interesting. The first thing they said, I agree with. You know, whoever asked the opposite person to go on a date should pay. And that goes for women too. Like women, if you call up a dude and say, hey, you know, I'm hungry, I want to go out to eat, or do you want to go get some drinks with me, babe? I think that you should probably be ready to foot at least half the bill. At least half of the bill. Like, have that mindset. Because you can't ask a man out and then be like, oh, I thought you were paying. No, that doesn't work in this day and age. But the second thing that she said that was really interesting is she said, that's why I'll never ask a man out. So that just puts you into the mindset of women, to why I feel like they don't approach men, you know, they don't go after men, and definitely why women don't ask men out on dates, because they don't want to pay. And that's kind of fucked up. Excuse my language. That's kind of messed up to hear a woman actually admit that. And I know if one woman is admitting that, then that's probably the common consensus of most women. I don't know how many times I've been asked on a date. I have, though. I've been around some very generous women who, you know, enjoyed my time, and vice versa. And I've definitely experienced women who say, hey, let me buy you some drinks, you know, let me buy you dinner tonight. That's how you know when somebody really rocks with you, you know what I'm saying? That's the woman that you want to keep. But if a woman never asks you out Fellas, you know why now. It's because they don't want to pay.
The bill was only $400. Everybody just give me $60.
Alright, fuck. No, bitch. I got a salad. I'm not paying for the big bitch.
But girl, we might as well just split it.
No, I'm only paying for what I got. I'm only paying for what I got.
Well, why not just split it?
Because I got a salad.
What's your cash app? Girl, just cash
I'm not broke.
Look,
I got a salad. I'm not big like this.
No, listen. I'm gonna pay for the bill. Y'all just cash out. Give me $60, girl.
No, I'll cash out $60 for my salad. Because I'm skinny and I got a salad. I'm like, you big.
Girl, it's $60. I feel like
no, that's crap. Baby, I'm broke for my salad. I'm broke for my salad.
Like, bro, that's so broke.
I'm not splitting it between 10 big bitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm not doing that.
It's only $60 though. Like, it's only $60.
I did. I'm not.
You got Apple Pay or Cash App?
I'm one person, not 10.
But no, listen, that's not what we feel. If you spend like only 13 euros, that's gonna be us with a bigger deal. When we can all just pay the same price.
No, you pay for what you got.
But we all pay the same price.
No, I'm paying for what I got. I'm not broke. I can pay for the whole bill if I wanted to, but I'm
Okay,
not.
well, pay the whole bill.
No, I'm not. Because I'm paying for my salad. I'm paying for a skinny bitch because a skinny bitch was eating what a skinny bitch was.
That is just so broke. That's so broke.
You can't call somebody broke because they don't want to chip in on a $600 bill. He said there's 10 people and he wanted $60 per person, which is $600. And the person sitting down was definitely not having it. Like, I ordered a salad. I'm not about to pay $60 when I only ordered $20 worth of food. And again, I understand that. Like, I don't understand the audacity or the mindset of people who want you to pay for their food. Like, even as a group, like, okay, the bill is cheaper if we all pay. Yeah, I understand that. But you're not about to have me pay for some shit I didn't buy. I mean, if you come over to my house and use my TV, and use more water and eat some of my food, does that mean that you're about to pay a percentage of my rent because you came over and indulged? No, so that doesn't apply to food either. If y'all are going out as a group out there, y'all need to make sure that you got money to pay for your shit, because you can't expect someone to pay for your food. And legally, all that person has to do is say, this is what I ordered, and pay for that, and they can leave. You're going to be the one on the hook for all the rest of the food if no one else has money to pay. So choose your dinner friends wisely.
He asked the waiter to split the bill before we'd even ordered. He said it was so there was no confusion later. I was like, okay, weird, but fine. Then he proceeds to order appetizers, drinks, desserts, like he's celebrating something. Meanwhile, I got one drink. The bill comes and he looks at me and he's like, we're still splitting, right? I said, oh no, I'm paying for what I got. And he had the audacity to look at me and say, that's not how splitting works, right? So I said, it is tonight. And then I put my cash down for my drink and I left.
Right. I mean, just imagine you and a woman being on a date. I mean, you ask the waiter to split the bill, which, cool. I'm cool with that. But she orders a drink and you order food. So I'm going to assume either you offered her some of your food or she didn't eat any of the food. But for the fact that you asked the waiter or the waitress to split the bill means that you are paying for everything you ordered and that she's paying for everything that she ordered. You can't turn around and ask to split the bill. What are you splitting the split? Right? I mean, I think for the fact that he chose to split the bill, that she chose to order cheap and order her drink. And you go and order all this food. I'm sorry, bruh. You got to pay for that. Even if you decided to share your food on your split tab, you still ordered that on your tab. And you got to pay for that. I don't know what people are thinking these days. Man, the dating game is jacked up out there, y'all.
He said, hey, we all don't want to pay on the same bill, so it's going to be me and her. And he goes, yeah, we could do that. Or I could just bring out the whole bill and then you guys just give me 7 credit cards. I was like, that's why I'm fucking saying this. I don't want to do that because they're all drinking. I'm not drinking. He's going to order one thing. They're going to order 4. Just fucking take ours, take his at the beginning. And then he goes, oh, well, now's not the time to do that. I'll do it at the end. I've never been a server. But I think now is exactly the time to do it. I think it's very simple. I'm not a genius, but I think in there you can just go D1 and then that's their meal. D2, that's their meal. And then I think you can just click D1 and 2 are together. But maybe I'm an idiot.
No, that I was dying when I heard that response because you were trying to make it a lot easier. It almost seemed like he was like, dude, I'm so freaking high right now. Maybe in like 45 minutes I'll sober up a little bit and that will be simpler, but I just cannot deal with that right now. Like, I don't know. Thank you for trying to help me split up. Like, I don't know. He's like, yeah, we'll cross the bridge when we come to it. Cross the bridge when we come to it. I don't know. I kind of like that guy. He seemed like a little bit dope, but probably the nicest guy in the experience.
Oh, super nice guy.
It sounds like he has a little bit of experience with the waiting. I don't know what the D1 or D2 thing is. You know, maybe y'all could give me a little bit of insight down in the comments about that. But to me, it sounds like with that situation that maybe, you know, the waiter didn't want to itemize everyone because he's probably looking for a bigger tip on the bill. You know, you're going to get a bigger tip on a $600 bill opposed to 5 individual, you know, $60 to $70 bills. You know, so I could see, but at the end of the day, as the waiter, if you want a tip to begin with, you're at the mercy of the diners. If they ask for something, that's your job to make that happen. Or you know what they're going to say? Oh, that waiter was an asshole. I'm not going to give him a good tip. I mean, you're in a lose-lose situation. To all the waiters and waitresses out there, if someone's in the group and they want to order their food separately, just do it. Just give them their own ticket, and more than likely, they're going to take care of you, just like everyone else probably will. It's not that hard.
Very good.
It was good. Do you think we should pay now?
Yeah, so I think I don't know if they do it here, but I know at Chili's, when you click on the payment, it says split pay. So it's much easier rather than like you Venmoing me or us handing 2 cards and...
Oh, you want to split the bill?
Yeah.
I don't split the bill on first dates.
Oh, that's weird. I don't even know who you are. I just met you and you expect me to pay for your food?
Oh, but I'm supposed to go to your house after this?
No, I don't do that, especially on the first date. And on top of that, did I eat that meal or did you?
Well, it's a
I don't
normal...
even know who you are. This is a blind date.
Usually guys pay for the first meal.
Yeah, I'm unique, okay?
Nothing about you is unique.
No, I'm different.
You're a SoundCloud rapper. Nothing about that is unique.
I'm not a SoundCloud rapper. I'm on Spotify. But I am not paying for your food. I don't even know who you are.
You don't know who you are, but I'm going to your house tonight.
You're not.
Okay.
You're not.
Okay.
And if you keep acting like this, you're calling an Uber. And guess what? You're paying for that too.
I don't know who was right or wrong in this situation. I know that was funny as hell. First date, blind date. Who's in charge of the bill? I guess since it's a blind date, you guys didn't speak before the initial interaction. So that's kind of a hard situation. I've never been on a blind date. I don't know what to think, but I'm assuming that if, let's say, I have a friend who has a girlfriend and his girl was like, hey, I got a friend I want to hook you up with, you know, maybe you guys could go out to dinner, you know, and let's say that y'all talked, you know, via text or whatever, and you set up a dinner date and you're like, okay, you know, let's go. Where would you like to go? Or let's meet up here. I think as a man, you should be prepared. I'm not saying you have to. I'm saying you should be prepared to pay for the bill. If you only got like $80, you know, and you know you're going on a blind date and you're going to meet someone and it could get festive and you can have drinks or something like that, and you're low on cash, then you should probably either let that person know or you should set up something to where it's not going to run that much money. That way you could take care of it. And she's talking about, I'm going to go to your house. And he's like, no, I don't do that on the first date. And if you keep running your lip, you're going to be calling an Uber too. She did not like that. She had a little bit of entitlement, but I don't know. I don't know where I stand with that. Y'all let me know down in the comments.
All right, real quick. I just want to say that
as a man in my 30s, early 30s, if I go out on a date with somebody, or if I just go out with a friend that's a female, I'm not splitting the bill. I'm just not splitting the bill, especially not on a date, because for one, I just take it as my priority and my responsibility to take care of the tab. Especially if I invited you out, like, absolutely, why would I expect you to split half of the bill? If anything, if the date goes well, if you really, really, really wanted to pay, the next thing we go do or go see or whatever, you can take care of that if you want to, sure, if you really, really want to. But 9 times out of 10, probably 10 times out of 10, I'm the person that wants to take care of you. I don't even want you to have to deal with nothing like that, especially if I'm, like, intentionally pursuing you. So splitting the tab, splitting the bill is not something I ever want to do. So yeah, I think most men should abide by that and just, okay, cool, you eat the little 30, 40, 50, 60, $70, whatever it is. It is what it is. If it's not reciprocated next time, or if it's not appreciated, keep it pushing.
And that's exactly what it is. I could say that I share the same sentiment as this young brother in his early 30s. If I'm pursuing you, and I'm like, hey, what I'm saying, let me get this girl out, let me see what she about, I'm paying. I mean, straight up. That's just the cost of getting to know a woman these days, men, like it or not. If you want to get to know a woman, especially out on a night, you got to have some ducats. You got to pay for some things. And depending on how much you want to impress her or make that night that much more enjoyable, you're going to need a little bit more money. But I agree with the brother. Like, even if it's a female friend with that, I think just in certain situations when it comes to this, if men are inviting a woman out, whether it's dating or a friend, that, the guy pays. But again, that's if you are the person doing the inviting. There's certain things that if you ask and you put yourself in that situation, you got to take care of it. And, with that said, in closing, I just think that when it comes to the dating world, especially nowadays in 2026, I mean, the price inflation is so high. It costs so much to do the simple things now. I think a movie is running $25 a person. I mean, that's the ticket, that's popcorn and a drink, and not counting candy. Like, if you want to do the movie, the popcorn, the drink, the candy, you might be pushing $30 a person. So 2 people going to the movies is $60. And then don't go to a movie theater that sells alcohol, or don't want to get drinks after that. You're looking at a possible $200 to $300 night. And I think that when you're getting to know someone, when you're moving forward from that initial point, that's where, the understanding comes in, that on future dates, if you got the right person sitting opposite side of you, that if they feel you, if they like you that much, they're going to understand, how much that just hit you. And if the woman is appreciative of that, then maybe, she meets you in the middle, or maybe she understands that this was the first date to get to know each other, and maybe the second date y'all are going to get coffee, or y'all going to go on a picnic, or something a lot less expensive. Men, if you want to date a woman, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to pay. Friends, if we're going out to eat together, you're going to have to pay for what you bought. You can't expect someone to pay for your food. Splitting the bill, it's a very gray area. I think that we'll all be better off if we address that situation before we even put an initial order in. I'd like to thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. If you could please subscribe, if you could please like, if you could please comment. I've enjoyed all the comments I've received so far on the previous videos, and I have responded to all of them. So let's keep that going, YouTube family. See you next time.